National Association of Home Builders reports that confidence among home builders rose to a 4-month high in October. Will sales pick up in coming months? David Crowe, chief economist at the NAHB, joins us now from our Washington newsroom. Welcome, David. So a lot of people caught off guard by this. Are home builders, some people are asking, out of their minds?
Well, first of all, a 3-point increase is still to a level at 16, very, very low. This is an index that goes between 0 and 100, with 50 being a medium market where it's neither not too hot nor too cold. So at 16, we're still a long way off from good. But seeing finally some movement away from that lull we saw after the home buyer tax credit, I think is good news.
And what's driving the optimism, David?
Well, I think it's all the conditions in housing. Interest rates are very low. House prices seem to have bottomed out. And we have a lot of pent-up demand, a lot of people who would have moved during this period but didn't. And so they're basically right at the edge. And a little bit of shove, a little bit of confidence, seeing rates remain low is probably just the incentive they need to start shopping anyway.
David, how does this cut across the country just geographically? Are there particular regions where home builders are a little more confident than others?
Well, the index itself has 4 regional breakouts, but they're so large, they're the census regions, that it's hard to tell. All 4 of those regional breakouts also increased. But when I travel around the country, what I find is there are pockets in almost every market where something is going on. Sometimes it's a first-time homebuyer market, sometimes it's a move-up market. Overall markets are much better in the center part of the country, where the states didn't see those rapid rises in prices or in production, and so they're beginning to recover nicely. Texas is a good example, which seems to be well on its way towards a full recovery.
And David, this is a survey of home builders who are building new, obviously, single-family residences.
Right.
How does, just on a tangent here for a moment, how does a moratorium on foreclosures, we've only seen it done by 2 banks now, potentially affect how home builders are feeling?
Well, it's not clear of the balance of the effects. First of all, our survey was done mostly early this month, so it's not clear they were taking that into account. But it is true that if you stop the number of foreclosures, then in the immediate effect is fewer houses on the market and a little more competitive advantage to a new home, not to say the least of which is its pretty clear title. But the longer effect is the one that worries me, because it's basically tossed a new uncertainty into a market that's already somewhat fragile. And so the NAHB is very concerned that the solution to these things be moved forward quickly, so that we can get on to real home building and real economic recovery.
And going forward, any sense of what the next index may look like? Is this an uptrend?
I am hopeful that it's an uptrend. My economic forecast for housing starts is better in the 4th quarter of this year than it was in the 3rd quarter. And so as this usually
David,
reflects...
I apologize. We're going to have to stop there. David Crowe from the NAHB, thanks for joining us.